in the dead of night, when shadows fill every corner and silence feels too heavy, we realize just how isolating our own thoughts can be. That's when a familiar face, a voice of understanding, can be everything. Walking into the living room, I found my Uncle Jake, calm, steady, and right there when I needed him. It was more than just a late-night talk. It was a reminder that we don't have to carry every burden alone. Sometimes, what we need most is someone who listens, who brings peace, and who reminds us that even the toughest nights don't have to be faced alone. Lesson 1. Restless Night. Imagine this. It's past midnight. The world outside is silent, but you're lying in bed, wide awake. You're alone with a million thoughts running through your mind. It's one of those nights where sleep feels impossible. Without someone by your side, someone you can just walk over to, someone who can reassure you and calm your mind. You spiral deeper into your own thoughts. You toss and turn, restless. Small worries turn into big anxieties, and suddenly your mind feels like a storm you can't control. You get more stressed, more overwhelmed, and you're all alone, with no escape from these thoughts. The next time you feel this way, don't just sit alone in your thoughts. Reach out. Call someone. Walk over to them, even if it feels awkward. It might be the exact relief you need. We need to remember, we don't have to face every tough moment on our own. Real support doesn't judge. It simply listens. Lesson 2. Setting and context. Imagine this. You're in an empty house, shadows stretching across silent rooms. Everything feels different, almost eerie, and the usual sense of comfort is missing. The quietness is loud, every creak and shift, making you feel more on edge. You're alone, and it's hard to shake off the feeling that something isn't quite right. Without someone familiar by your side, the space around you starts feeling hostile. Instead of feeling safe, you're hyper, aware, your mind conjuring up worries and fears. Simple spaces turn strange, and your own home feels unfamiliar and unsettling. The next time you find yourself in this state, remember the power of company. Sometimes, it's not just about having someone to talk to. It's about feeling their presence, knowing you're not alone in the space. Familiar faces bring a sense of warmth and security that no silent room can shake. Lesson 3. Comforting conversation. Imagine this. You're sitting alone, feeling the weight of the world pressing down on you. Your mind is racing, trying to make sense of everything happening in your life. You want to talk it out, but there's no one there to listen. It's like screaming into an empty room, hoping for an echo that never comes. Without someone to talk to, your thoughts get heavier, darker. You start to doubt yourself, lose perspective. Problems that could have been sorted out with a few words start feeling like impossible challenges. You become your own worst enemy, trapped in the prison of your own mind. And before you know it, those simple thoughts have snowballed into something massive. The next time you're caught in this trap, don't let yourself drown in silence. Seek out a comforting conversation, even if it feels strange or vulnerable. Talking isn't just a release. It's how we regain control. Remember, sharing our thoughts doesn't make us weak. It gives us the power to keep going. Lesson 4. Sense of peace. Imagine this. You're restless, pacing the room, mind buzzing with everything that could go wrong. Every problem feels huge, every solution impossible. You're wound up so tight that peace feels like a distant memory. something only other people seem to have. Without someone there to remind you to breathe, you become trapped in that whirlwind. Every issue gets blown out of proportion. You lose your grip on reality, allowing fear and worry to control you. Small setbacks feel like the end of the world, and suddenly, peace isn't even an option. The next time your mind races, reach out to someone who can calm you down. Let their presence remind you of what's real, of what really matters. Peace isn't found in isolation. It's built through the support of others. We're stronger when we don't face our battles alone. Lesson 5. Relatable understanding. Imagine this. You're overwhelmed, feeling things that you're sure no one else could understand. You tell yourself that nobody would get it, that they'd judge you, or worse, dismiss what you're going through. You're left holding everything inside, convinced that you're somehow different, isolated. Without someone who truly understands, those thoughts fester. You start believing that no one will ever get you. The isolation builds up, making you feel more disconnected with each passing day. Instead of feeling understood, you feel invisible, like you're navigating life completely alone. The next time you feel this way, reach out to someone who knows you well, who won't judge, and who can share in your experiences. True understanding breaks down walls, reminding us we're not alone in our struggles. Remember, finding someone who listens with empathy changes everything. It's that connection that reminds us that we're human, that we're seen, and that we matter. Now, we are about to end the video. Now it is time to change your life. Write down a comment and say that you want to change your life, no matter how difficult it is to change. I will read each of your comment and feature one of the best comment in our channel. If you want a daily dose of unfiltered motivation, subscribe to our channel.